Hey, church family, Jonathan Plasek here, the media director at the Gathering Baptist Church. We want to make you aware of something incredibly exciting in the year of 2024. We are going to be releasing a church directory that's online. We'll be able to access it through our Gathering KC app, as well as just on a normal web page. And I'll show you how this works. We're going to make some tutorial videos for you specifically to watch, because there's nothing worse than trying something new and having no idea what to do with it. Okay, so let me show you at least how the process is going to work at the beginning. What's going to happen is you're going to have an opportunity on a Gathering Wednesday, potentially after Pastor David's Bible study on a Wednesday, Sunday morning, Sunday school hour on occasion, depending upon which campus I'm at. We will help you get set up. The easiest way is going to be through a church-wide email I will send. And we will put the link in there as well as this tutorial video in there for you to watch. And it'll be on YouTube. Let me show you what the directory is going to look like a little bit. This is how it will look. So as you can see, we've already populated in some of our staff members. So we have Matt Brown. As you can tell, you have cell phone number, you have email address, and you have the actual address of the family or the person. And this is really important because you can choose whether or not you want specific information. So if you're like, I just want people to have my cell phone number and my email, that's great. You can do that. You can choose to omit, and I'll show you that here in a minute, your own personal address if you don't want people to know your address. Okay? And so that's a big part of what we are doing, at least to start. As you can tell, we have pictures. I can show you guys how to do that here in a little while as well. Okay, so if you were sitting here, all right, hey, who's this good-looking guy on the screen? Well, weirdly enough, I'm going to take myself full screen here so you don't get multiple of my faces. But as you can tell, I have gone in here. This is my own personal profile. This is what yours will look like. You can see I've created Jonathan Plasek. I've created my own username. And it's important that you'll create your own version of this sheet whenever you get the email. And then by the time that it gets back around to me as the admin, I will double check, hey, Jonathan Plasek is a member at the Gathering Baptist Church, and he is allowed to have access to this directory. We want your safety and your information, your cell phone, email, full address, if you choose to put that in, to be protected behind only what church members can see. No guests, no outside presence will be able to see this, okay? And this is encrypted through onlinechurchdirectory.com. It's a great website. We've done our research on it, so it's very good. So here is my profile, and this is kind of how you'll set it up. And you can receive emails from this. Truly, there is nothing that you guys will be getting from this particular website, but as you can tell, and a little bit more down the line, is you can add specific information. So if you're a deacon, if you're a part of Project Linus, or you serve on hospitality team, any of the above, you can add new information, and you can say serving and then hospitality. Okay, so you can do something like this, and then you can tell I've obviously put like some skills on here. We are working on these things in waves as we go along throughout the year of 2024. Okay, so I'm just going to hit update on here, and let me just show you from a fresh perspective what it is going to look like for you to get an email, okay, and then proceed from there. Okay, so I've sent this to creative@gatheringkc.com, which is our YouTube channel. Okay, you can tell we have some YouTube stuff here. An email from this Jonathan Plasek character again. And you're going to see something that looks like this. This email or this link that we see right here is going to be essentially what you'll click on if it's through a church-wide email, or if I individually email it to you. Again, this is going to be a work in progress. Please be patient with us. This is my first go-around doing this, but it is going to be profitable for our church in the fact of knowing people's faces and being able to communicate with one another. So we're going to click on this little link right here. Okay, so this is where you are going to have your user sign up. Okay, this is what it will click through, and notice down here at the bottom this red asterisk and font says new user registration requires admin approval. The only two people that are admin are myself and Katie Shawneeboom. So we will go through and we will approve you if you're a church member, right? So we have the active role. We know that you're a church member. If you are an aspiring church member, but you're not quite a member yet, you need to be a member to have access to this particular part of our church, because it's incredibly important for people to have their own privacy. Okay, so let's just fill this out here. I'm going to put media director just as my own. You would obviously put your own first name. I have already made a profile, so this is just for your specific example here. Okay, so username, let's just call it media director, and you can make this whatever you want. Again, we would probably highly suggest you use something that you will remember, because otherwise you will be in a world of hurt. I'm just going to go ahead and put my own phone number in there right now, and we will go from there. So, primary email required. Let's just put this same creative at Gathering KC in here. You would, again, do all this on your own. So, let's take Wes Wakefield, for example. Wes Wakefield, he can make his own username, put in his cell phone if he chooses to. His email is going to be the thing that you have to put in. The email is non-optional. It is the cell phone number and the address that is optional. Okay, and then I'm just going to put in the church address here. So this is the Plaza Campus address. So you will, again, fill out all the stuff that you so choose to on here. You do not have to put this stuff in, but you will have to put in your email address. Okay, so this is how you would set up your account. Okay, so all this is done. You hit register. Okay, so registering, and it's going to say, thank you for your registration. You will receive an email notification once you're approved. I am going to go into admin mode because that is what I am able to do. And I will go into my admin tab and I will see under requests, and this will go for anybody. Okay, say it is Wes Wakefield or media director here. It says a new member request was made from media director. I'm going to check this again for your good as a church member to see that we are doing our due diligence in the privacy of your information. Okay, so this is the same thing I just put in. I have my cell phone number in there. All this is just an example, because right now you, the church member, have filled this stuff out and you are waiting for that email notification back before you can access this this directory. It will want to try and have you log in. You will not create a password until I approve you or Katie Shawneeboom approves you. Okay, so we are going to approve this media director here, and then we will see that Creative at Gathering KC has been given further instructions. Okay, so let me just, through my profile, you can see this is Jonathan Plasek up here. I can go to directory and see this person named media director is going to have a photo coming soon. Okay, very simple. They have not accessed their own account yet. So I will go back to this email address. So we have this email here that is going to be from the Gathering Baptist Church, and it says the profile has been created. Okay, so this is important. Again, from your own email address, you're going to click this. So once you click here, it says, hello, media director. This would be your name, right? Of course. Your directory administrator has approved your request, and your information now appears in the directory. Okay, your username is media director. This will be whatever you chose to make it. If it's first initial, last name, make sure you remember that. If it's a sticky note, if it's a note in your phone, and make sure to remember this. So then it says to create your password, please click the link below or copy and paste it into the address bar. Okay, so you can do either or. We can click that, or we can put it into a new tab. I will paste it into this top bar here, and looky there, we have new password. Okay, so as media director or whoever you are, once you get approved, you have made your username, and that link right there is going to give you a password. We're just going to say this is media1. and Media 1. Okay. So now that I know what this is, so now that I have access to this through Media Director, I'm going to show you kind of how you can add a picture and stuff like that right now. Okay, so here we go. We're back over on to the functioning side here, and I'm going to log out of my Jonathan Plastic account and go into Media Director. Okay, so the one that I just made, and that was Media 1. Okay, so this is me right here, Media Director. Okay, so if I am in your position, this is what you'll see. You'll see all these people that have made their profiles, and you can see that pictures have been added, right? So I'm just going to do one quick thing. Don't freak out. I'm just going to make a little picture here so I can give you an example of how to add a photo. Okay, so if you click on, let's say, David Fortner here. David Fortner, it's going to give you his cell phone number, his email address, his physical address, and show who he is in a photo. Okay, we will be working on the family tab throughout the next 6 to 12 months. Do not worry about that. Each individual person at the gathering will need to have a profile, simply because it's going to be easiest for people to be like, hey, do you know that David Fortner guy? No, but let me look him up on the church directory, and we can do something like that. Okay, so then you can see what David looks like, that beautiful photo. So say this is my my profile here as Media Director, and I want to change my address because I moved, so we'll just do 616. I don't know, we'll just change this back. But you are allowed to have that your access, your own personal stuff anytime. Okay, so under change photo, this is going to be one of the bigger things that people are like, I want to make sure I look good. And listen, I get it. I posted a picture of me, and you can see mine on there. I think it's a good one of me. So you can do a couple things. You can either remove one once you have one. You can edit it if you accidentally have it rotated the wrong way, or I can just upload a new photo. So I hit upload photo there, and I can hit choose photo. Say this is your face here, okay? This beautiful gathering logo, and you hit open, and then you can crop it up. You're like, you know what? I want to make it a little tinier and get my pet dog out of it. Okay, that's totally fine. And then you hit save. What's going to happen is it's going to make that your photo, okay? Down here you have some options. You can hit update down here in the bottom left or right above your information. And what's going to end up happening is we're now fully updated. As you go back to the directory, you will see that your profile is now complete. It has your picture, right? Just like everybody else is here. It has this picture. And you will be good to go. And remember, again, your username, your password is only for you. Please do not share this with anybody else that does not go to our church, because it is incredibly important for you to be safe. And especially if you're going to have some of this information on here, we want to make sure that you are safe. Okay, so if you have any questions, I know you will. It's okay. There's going to be some opportunities for you to come have a chat with me. We are getting Katie Shawnee Boom involved as well as a church volunteer. She does a great job. She'll be able to kind of understand this stuff as well. Connor Scholes. And if you need to, you can always email me, jonathan@gatheringkc.com. Be like, Jonathan, I watched your video. You looked great, but I didn't understand a word you said. I promise I can help you from my computer, or I can meet you somewhere and we can get a profile figured out for you, because we want you, again, as members of the Gathering Baptist Church, to know one another, to be relational, and to be able to pray for one another. If we say, hey, so-and-so's in the hospital and we want you to pray for them. You might not know them face to face, but we want you to know each and every single member eventually here at the gathering. So again, if you have questions, let me know, and good luck making this profile, and thanks for being a faithful member here at the Gathering Baptist Church.